Let's do a little check-in video here. We're probably around 50 games into the season right now, 21-22 season, and the race for the Stanley Cup is on. And there are a few teams right now that are competing. And yeah, the discussion of who will win the Stanley Cup in 2022 is starting. So Florida, obviously, Tampa, and Carolina in the East are the three big ones. But a lot of people are not expecting Toronto. And honestly, the way that Toronto has been playing and the way that they have been playing against good teams is pretty impressive. And I think that Toronto could make a shot at the Stanley Cup. And honestly, if they don't, then that core is screwed. As for Tampa, I mean, if you can get Kucherov to stay in the lineup and stay healthy, you're going to have a chance at a Stanley Cup. But if Kucherov is not healthy, like he has been for the last two regular seasons, which he hasn't had, it's just strange to me that he's injured so much during the regular season and then he comes back for the playoffs and he's amazing. He could be the best player in the league if he would just stay healthy, but he doesn't. But they have a great core, obviously 2 straight Stanley Cups. It's going to give you a massive increase of chances to win it. So, yeah. What makes Florida so good? Well, I want to say that it's the defense and the goaltending, honestly. I've watched the Penguins play them 3 times this year. We beat them 1 time in a shootout. The other time we lost in overtime. And this just last time we lost in regulation to them. And their defense is stifling. Offensively, no slouch either. Huberdeau, Barkov, they have guys. But yeah, it's the defense, in my opinion, and Bobrovsky also. As for Carolina, they're way more offensive. They have a lot more offensive talent, a lot of outbursts. But they just don't lose in regulation, honestly. And yeah, they're a very difficult team to play against. They have great offensive matchups. No matter what line you're playing against, it's going to be tough. And overall, yeah, I want to say that out of the Eastern Conference, the 4 teams I mentioned, 3 of them are in the Atlantic, which leaves for the Rangers maybe to jump out of the Metro if Carolina chokes. But I think that what will happen is we'll see Toronto push their way to the conference final and lose to Carolina. And that will be a crazy series. And in the final, obviously, they'll play the West, which is another debate to have. And that is between Minnesota, Colorado, and Calgary, in my opinion. Obviously, Colorado, I think, has the best shot at winning a Stanley Cup. They have every single piece is in place. Great defense, unmatched offense. Goaltending is shaky, but, you know, that doesn't matter that much as long as your defense is good enough. Minnesota, they have good defense, but I don't think Minnesota's in anywhere near Stanley Cup form. They'll probably be a second round out this year, I would say. They'll probably win a series, right? Calgary, probably the conference finalist to lose to Colorado. And I don't know what makes them good this year. I've honestly not watched any of their games. And it's strange. They were great in 18-19, but this season they've refound that magic, I guess. It's just magic that they have. Lightning in a bottle, if you will. They have these one-year wonders and, yeah, not putting much together in the playoffs. Hopefully they'll get out of round 1 this year, though, and they hopefully will because Vegas isn't doing very well either. Yeah, those are my thoughts on who will win the Stanley Cup. Overall, I think I think Carolina will beat I think that Colorado will beat Carolina in the Stanley Cup final 4-2 or some shit like that, something like that. And let's go, hopefully we'll see the Pens deeper into the playoffs this year as well. And hopefully.